I'm Brendan, and welcome back to Baking with Brendan. Today we're going to make scones. Now, scones are a wonderful treat in the morning with a cup of tea or just by themselves. I know a little something about being by myself lately. Mix up our dry ingredients first. So this is about 2 cups of flour. We're going to add half a cup of cane sugar, about a tablespoon of salt, maybe a teaspoon, I don't know, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So let's get that going, huh? Okay. So you can see that's looking pretty incorporated, right? So I have my stick of butter here, and we're going to actually use a box grater to incorporate it with our dry ingredients. Now this is a new box grater that I got. This one got a lot of good reviews on Amazon.com. My wife left. So, yeah, we're going to take the butter and we're going to grate it into the dry ingredients. Okay, so now we're just going to incorporate this a little bit. You just want to make sure the butter pieces get coated with flour. You know, my wife said she wanted to get into real estate. Turns out she was more interested in the realtor. So now I'm gonna add the rest of our dry-ish ingredients to the batter. So I have about a lemon and half a lemon here. I guess she took half the lemon too. But she took half the lemon. Oh, and I have some frozen blueberries. Now you can use fresh or you can use frozen. They'll both work just fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this microplane that I also had to purchase new from Amazon.com, and I'm going to grate it into this bowl, which was also, you guessed it, purchased new from Amazon.com. You know, I couldn't sleep last night. I just sat awake and stared at the part of the bed where she would sleep, imagining that indent that her body made when she slept next to me. Makes me want to scream. I just want to scream so loud until I burst, but you have to laugh instead. So we have our lemon zest in our dough, and now we're going to add some frozen blueberries. I like the organic blueberries, because that's too many blueberries. That's too many. Oh well. Life's full of mistakes. This one's a little easier fix than 17 years with someone you thought you loved. Okay, so we're going to mix this up. That's what it looks like. You can see it's pretty sandy. But that's kind of the consistency you want. That's the consistency you want. Not like the consistency that I had for 17 years. You just sit there for 17 years and you wonder what is happening. And one day she just leaves. She just walks out. Okay, so yeah, now it's all kind of incorporated. We're ready to add our wet ingredients. We're going to make a little well in the middle for our cream. We're gonna add that. Boop. Well, I'm definitely gonna need more liquid in this. That's for sure. Add our egg. And then we're gonna add our whatever sour cream we can get out of here. There's not a lot left in here, but I think we'll be able to get a modest amount. No, about a quarter cup of sour cream and about a quarter cup of cream. So we're gonna add some milk. Now, you can use whatever you like. If you don't have milk, maybe you should go out and get some. I went out and got some milk today. It's important to get out of the house when you've had a big change in your life. It helps you, it helps to make you feel valued and that you have a purpose. Which you do. You do have a purpose. Okay. Now we're gonna add, I'm gonna add about a half a cup of milk, to be honest with you, because this is pretty thick. If it's still like clumpy and still dry in some parts, that's not good. But this is looking, oh boy, this is kind of looking like wet sand again. Oh, actually, I think I put too much liquid in, folks. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I put too much liquid in, but that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. I think we can preheat the oven. You have to laugh. You have to laugh. So I'm going to preheat the oven, and we're going to take a break. It's getting really hot in here, but I've preheated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm going to put the scones in. They're pretty wet, so I had to add about another half cup of all-purpose flour that I found in the back of my fridge, just tucked away in there, waiting for it to be used. I never realized I had so much in common with flour. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate these into about 8 individual circles, kind of like cookies. So I have one small one here in the corner. That one is me and 7 of its friends who won't call me back. They made their choice after she left, and they chose not me. Demerara sugar. Demerara sugar is nice. It makes a nice little crust on top. These are so wet, you're not going to need to worry about coating them with, whatever you call it. But these are going to be, something. So now we're just going to wait for the oven to preheat. My wife left me for a realtor named Big Mike, and Big Mike is kind of the toast of the town. He's like the king realtor around here, and in a way, I'm glad that she left me for him, because if I was gonna lose to anyone, I would rather be a big, strong alpha salesman instead of like, I don't know, someone who's more like me, doesn't really like to talk to people, or just is content to sit inside. But, oh, that's the oven. Okay, so our oven's preheated, and I'm gonna put these in for about 20 to 25 minutes, and we'll just see how they go. They're holding their shape pretty well, so that's promising. Put them in there. You know, my grandfather just stood in front of a train. Wonder what that's like. You just wake up one day and say, you know what? No. I'll deal with the fear of the end. And just stand there on the train tracks. as an engine and thousands of tons of steel just bears down on you. Let's see if they're done. There we go. And we'll take a look at them right now. Hey, these are looking pretty good. Homemade scones. These turned out pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna let them cool for about at least 15 minutes, but these will be real nice in the morning with a cup of coffee. Oh, with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea in the morning. That'll be nice. So that's it. That's how you make some scones. So if you like this video and if you like me, comment down below or send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love anyone. So if you know anyone who might like me, just let me know, and I would love to maybe get to know them and maybe like them too in a strictly non-sexual way. Please.